You are tired. I know. Tired of trying, tired of smiling to hide the pain, tired of being strong all the time, and sometimes even tired of praying because it seems like God doesn't answer. But listen carefully. It is at this very moment that heaven is closer to you than ever. The pain you feel now is not a sign of abandonment. It is a sign that God is still molding something inside of you. Many stop in the middle of the process because they think they have been forgotten. But those who remain, those who continue, they reap promises. The Bible says, those who sow in tears will reap. Enjoy Psalm 126:5. Do you understand what that means? It means that every night you cried alone, every time you suppressed the urge to give up, every time you said, God, I can't take it anymore, but still got up and kept going. All of this is being told you are not being ignored, you are being tested. And the test is hard, I know, but it is in the desert that God prepares you for the promised land. It is in scarcity that He teaches you to depend. It is in pain that He teaches you to trust. So don't give up now. You have come too far to turn back. I'm going to tell you a story about Paul now, and I guarantee it will change your mind. Paul's story. When all seemed lost, Paul was an ordinary man. He worked hard every day, supported his family with dignity, and even in the face of difficulties, he never stopped trusting in God. But for some time now, everything has started to fall apart. First came the dismissal. Then the bills began to pile up. His wife's smile faded over time, and the children began to realize the weight their father was carrying on his shoulders. Paulo prayed. He asked for guidance. He asked for strength. He asked for a sign. But it seemed like heaven was silent. The early mornings became long. There were nights when he would lock himself in the bathroom, kneel on the cold floor and cry. He cried not because he was weak, but because he was tired of being strong all the time. Lord, I just want an answer. Show me that you are still here, he would say with a choked voice, but the silence continued until one day Paulo went for a walk alone. He no longer wanted to talk to anyone. He passed by a church and felt something in his heart. He decided to go in. The place was empty, just him, a wooden bench and a simple altar. And then he spoke to God for real, without fear, without masks. God, I'm not perfect. I've thought about giving up. I've questioned whether you still hear me. But even so, I'm still here. Because deep down, I still believe that you haven't abandoned me. That same week, doors began to open. An old friend recommended him for a new job. His wife, touched by his change, started to smile again. And little by little, everything fell into place. But Paul understood something even more important than the answer. He realized that God was never far away. Silence was not absence. It was preparation, and every tear that fell to the ground was watered with hope. Today, Paul tells those who are suffering what he himself needed to hear at that time. Don't give up. God sees, God knows, and at the right time, He acts. Maybe today you don't see a way out. Maybe no one understands what's going on with you, but God understands. He saw you fall. He saw you when no one showed up, and He is now watching you struggle to stay on your feet. The miracle is on its way. The answer you were waiting for, the healing, the relief, the peace, will come, and it won't be late. But first, God is strengthening your heart. He doesn't just want to give you what you ask for. He wants you to be prepared to keep what He is going to give you. So trust, not with your eyes, but with faith, because faith doesn't need to see. Faith only needs to believe. You will overcome this phase. You were not called to be defeated. You were called to be a living testimony of God's faithfulness. And when all this is over, and it will be, you will look back and say, it was hard, but God was with me the whole time. Your story is still being written, and it doesn't end in pain. It ends in glory. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because every week there is a new word to strengthen your faith and renew your strength. You are not alone. God is with you always.